Hello and welcome to day 3. This is Audrey here from Creative Vision Coaching, and I am so excited that you are here rocking up at day 3. Now, today we are going to talk about the counter offer. But before that, of course, how did you go with the broken record technique? I want to share my win. This is not from now, but this is when I really had learned this technique and I was implementing it, and it was hilarious. So this was me in during the pandemic. There was this quick break in between where there was everything had opened, and I had gone to the hair salon, and the schools were on. So my stepson was at school, and it was all my partner was supposed to pick him up, and it was all good. I went to the hair salon, and I'm just about to get this pampered because this lockdown, and my hair was all mess, and I was about to get pampered. And I see a couple of missed calls on my phone from my partner, and I was like, "Hey, I'm at the hairdresser." He's like, "Oh, will you finish in time? Can you go and pick him up?" And I go, "I don't think I will be finishing in time." So he goes, "Oh, is it okay for you to do that?" And I was like, "Not really. Think by some time." And I was like, "Okay, you know what? I need to get back to you. Is that okay? I'll get back to you." He's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, get back to me." So then I closed the call. I asked the hairdressers, "Can I? How long will it take?" And they were not certain how long it was going to take. And the old me would have been like, "You know what? How can we fit this in? And my partner needs me to pick him up, so I'm just going to go and do it." But I calmed myself down. I was like, "You know what? I'm first going to find out. I'm going to tell him that it's very important for me to get it done, and this appointment is going to take a while, and see what happens. Because it's important for me to get this done. Again, getting an appointment is going to be hard. This has taken 1 month for me to get an appointment. I'm going to try speaking to him first, and we will see what we do." So I call him back and I tell him, "Hey, you know what? I can't do this." And it's for the first time I'm using this, and it doesn't go well with him. And he goes, "You know what? How could you not, make time to pick him up? Yeah, fine, I'll get it done." And he hung up on me. I was like, "Okay, now I'll have to deal with these emotions, but hey, it was really not possible and last minute, so there is nothing urgent that's keeping you off. So I'll just find out again what is keeping you off." I called him. He's like, "Oh, I'm just at home, but I don't feel like." I'm like, "What? Are you serious? Like, I'm at the hairdresser's. I've got this appointment after a month, and you're telling me you just don't feel like it?" It's like, "Okay, calm down, Audrey." I was like, "Okay, cool. I am not able to do it. Please make it happen." And I hung up. Now I'm again calming myself, and I'm sitting and I'm just like enjoying this. And then I look at the phone, and there are again missed calls, and I'm like, "Now what happened?" And he calls me back, and he goes, "Hey, you know what? I really can't do this because I have a meeting come up, and you will just have to manage it." And I go, "I just can't do it." This time I had learned my lesson. It's like, nah, broken record technique it is. I cannot do it. You will have to take care of it. Please take care of it. I cannot do it. I'm not going to change it. And I switch off. I continue to be. And I will tell you, as a recovering people pleaser, it is challenging. It brings out so many emotions, and I was dealing with those emotions, and I decided I will deal with those emotions. So it's cool and calm. And yeah, no dramas. I go home. He was picked up. They were all happy. And I asked him, "What was it?" He's like, "Oh, I was just in morning. It was cold and I didn't want to get out of the house." And I was fuming internally. But I was like, "You know what? I have trained them. I have trained him to just expect this done without, worrying about my own needs. I have trained him to just take his needs into consideration and not mine. So it's not his fault." So I had to learn, and I am learning, and it's been beautiful. keeping at first it's hard. Any change at the start is very difficult. It's messy in between and it's glamorous and beautiful in the end. So remember, when you start on this journey, it could be messy, it could be hard to digest those emotions, but as you go through the journey, it's going to get amazing and beautiful and enjoyable, because you will finally start noticing what you love doing the most. So let's get started with the counter offer. So you do share your wins about this. We're already just 2 days in, and like, it's just beautiful to experience and acknowledge yourself of the wins. So counter offer is about not saying yes and not saying no, but giving something in between, and really understanding though, what is it that you would like to do? So making an educated choice, and sometimes we just respond impulsively, and that doesn't go well many times. Have you noticed that? You say yes, and then you're like, oh, cringing in the party for which you said yes, or that late night task that you said, I will do it, or a meeting that you said you will attend, and then you're in the meeting and you're like, oh, I wish I wasn't here, I wish I had said no, blah, blah, blah. So this is really avoiding that, so that you can have a peaceful evening, or you could have a peaceful weekend, or just that extra pile of work that gets piled up just because you were not able to make a counter offer. So that's what this is about, making a calculated guess. So once again, the workbook link will be in the description. So download your workbook. So identify your options. There is a beautiful here pros and cons of each option. Or if you said yes, what are the pros for it? If somebody asks you for some favor or to do something, a boss asked you for staying, completing this proposal. If you say yes, what happens? If you say no, what are the pros of saying yes? What are the pros of saying cons? What if the pros of saying no? What are the cons of saying no? If I say the counter offer, how about I can collaborate, or I can take extra days because I have other stuff, and I will do it within a week just because you want it done? Or how about asking for that extra hand because I myself cannot finish it in the given time? Is it possible to arrange for somebody else to assist with this task because I already have these on my hand? Or if a person says, I want to help you move, I'm moving house and stuff like that, I can come for an hour. Is that okay? I cannot come in for the entire time because I have something else happening. So really making an educated guess and putting in the pros and cons, building this muscle. The counteroffer is really building the muscles of recognizing what would be the consequences of saying yes, what would be the consequences of saying no, good and bad, and then making an offer. So make sure you read this read this booklet, this a beautiful workbook that I've created, and make sure you do the exercise, because initially it's challenging to build the muscle to actually do all these calculations in the head. So using the workbook really gives you a visual interpretation for it. As you train the muscle, you will know. And then as you become a recovered people pleaser, and a completely recovered one, then you will not have to really go deep down into it. You will recognize when the need is really high to help people, and when it is important for you to respect your space, your time and energy, you will take the respective decision. So let me know how you go with this counter offer, if you're utilizing or practicing it right away in small ways or in big ways, and what are your wins from it. And I will see you in the next video. Take care and bye.